What's going on, everyone? This is Fighting Words with Kevin Shells. I'm Shells.
Kev, A-Count Sports.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And tonight we're covering UFC 269, the pre-show, making our predictions. It's a stacked card, Kev. Bro.
It's a stacked card, the end of the year card for the UFC.
It's gonna be a good way to wrap it up.
It's a great way because boxing was taking over for a second there. We had about three great weeks. T.O. lost the belt. Haney held it down. Tank had got into a barn burner with some dude we never even heard of, Isaac Cruz. So boxing was really turning it up. So this is the UFC's chance to steal the spotlight before the year goes out. It's gonna be a good one. Can't
say that because the next week is Woodley and Woodley and part 2. So we're not even gonna touch that right now. But if you talk like that, boxing is the one wrapping it up. It's the one who's really wrapping up the year.
Listen, if this card right here is this could wrap it up regardless of what happened to
it. That is true. That is true.
It's stacked.
But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Main event.
Oliveria versus Pourier.
Oliveria versus Pourier. This is a goodie. This is a goodie. The lightweight championship. You know, Oliveria's defense. This is his first title defense.
Yes, it is his first title defense.
Oliveria's first title defense, and this is Poirier's second attempt at the belt.
Yeah, he didn't get the undisputed. He was interim champion when with the whole Ferguson Khabib thing. He was the interim champion, got to fight Khabib, and it didn't pan out for him. I mean, Poirier
for him and many others. At this point, if you lose to Khabib, that should even count like this. Khabib, what you gonna do?
I mean, we might be seeing Khabib. Look, I think if
Oliver's not coming back, don't
brother. Two things. There's a path for there to be the Khabib comeback. If Oliveira wins this fight, hear me when I tell you, if Oliveira wins this fight and beats Islam, I could see a Khabib situation arising off that.
Okay.
Straight up and down. Okay. That's the only way.
I think we had this conversation before, but what are the pathways of Khabib actually coming back? But I always had Conor in that equation, but this Oliveira,
what? Man.
Yeah, but this is before we had this conversation before Poirier Conor too.
Right.
So this is all the landscape always changes week to week. So the UFC was had a whole different storyline at the time when we brought up the conversation originally.
Right.
But this Saturday though,
all
eyes on Poirier and Oliveira.
Poirier, winner of his last 7 out of his last 8 fights. He's won 3 fights in a row since the Khabib fight. His resume is stacked. I mean, Max Holloway wins on Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje. He beat Dan Hooker. His top 5.
Here's the thing with this division that's funny to me. It seems like no one's giving Oliveira his due respect though.
Gotta go get it.
You know, like everybody's talking about Oliveira like he's just holding the championship for someone else. That's what it sounds like to me. The way they talk about it, like, yo, he don't have the heart. He doesn't have it in him. But how you talk about him like that?
That's an opponent saying that.
Y'all didn't see his last fight?
That's a potential opponent saying that. That's Justin Gaethje saying that.
But he's not the one that said that though. Michael Chandler said that. He beat Michael Chandler, and Michael Chandler said that.
He got him knocked out. All right, but I think it's a fair not that it's fair, but I think
it's fair to say that about the champ.
I don't. Okay,
here's UFC's hardest division.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. Here's why people feel this way, and I think beating Poirier will be a great stepping stone to kind of disproving that. When you look at his resume, it's good fighters there. But Chandler, since going to the UFC, is now 1-3, right? Tony Ferguson was in the middle of his slide, right?
Okay.
When he beat him, right? Kevin Lee.
Wait, Chandler's 1-3. You say he's 1-3?
He's about 1-2.
1-2. 1-2. Cause it first fight Dan Hooker, then Oliveira, then Gaethje.
Yeah, okay, 1-2.
1-2.
All right, okay. Still not.
Now I'm not going to make sure I'm
lighting the world on fire. I mean, he has great fights, but I mean, okay. His other one is Kevin Lee, which is okay. Tony Ferguson in the middle of his slide, which is okay. It's, don't get me wrong, it's a 9-fight winner streak, and that's nothing to sneeze at. But when you look at the other guys in the division and you look at their resumes, it's pretty. The names on these resumes, Gaethje done beat Michael Johnson. These guys been in the ring with Khabib. You know what I'm saying? Oliveira got the belt without really going there, without having to fight that monster. So right now, so he has a lot to prove. And I think fighting, he's the champ and it's to be respected. But I think beating Pourier will be a huge step in that direction. It's the elephant in the room. I mean, he didn't fight Khabib. And he got the belt. Whereas these other guys, Pourier, who was on fire, who beat everybody that counted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that counted had to fight Khabib and then get the belt. He would have had the belt already. Let's be real about that. Gaethje was on fire too. He beat Tony Ferguson, who was the other guy.
Yeah, Khabib really had his neck on that division.
So that's where it comes from. And I think it's fair. And I think that's why they fight. Now he has the opportunity to beat Dustin Poirier, who is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Poirier is that. So it's fair.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's fair. You're right. We'll definitely see how things turn out. Because, like I said, this is his first title defense, and this is someone. This is a legit guy. Who he's fighting, and Dustin Poirier.
No questions about it. I don't think anybody will.
There'll be no question. You're right. It'll be undeniable after this.
Even if you are high on the other guys, I'm not saying that those guys aren't great in their own right, but Poirier is the guy.
So that being said, let's get straight to it. Official. Let's. What do you think is going to be the outcome of their bout?
Bro, I don't, I keep flip-flopping on this one. I think Poirier is.
How long you been wrestling with it for?
Ever since today, really. I started thinking, I was like, we got to come on here and make a prediction. I think it's one thing I question about Poirier. There's one thing I question about him. He has the resume. He's improved. I mean, he's beat everybody up outside of Khabib. I wonder if he can get himself up for this fight. I wonder if Conor McGregor was his Super Bowl in a sense, was his big fight. Like if that took the place of being champion. And the reason why I say that is because you got to remember, I think before taking the third Conor fight, he had a chance to fight for the belt and he passed up on it. So it makes me, I understand this money and I get all of that, but it makes me feel that maybe, just maybe, I just question whether or not he can get up for this fight. If he feels
so, you don't think he's motivated enough for this one?
As motivated about this fight as he was for the Conor fight. You know what I'm saying? I think whereas you have Oliveira, who has a lot to prove. I think he still has a lot to. You just.
So let's lead into this question.
So I'm gonna.
Who do you think is under more pressure? Before we even. Because if Dustin loses, this may be his last. Because with both of them, I feel with both of them,
that's a good question.
If either one of them lose, it's like it could be their last chance at the title. Like if Oliveira loses, he's going right back into the pile. This the hard division. This gonna be a long line of people waiting for that belt. He can't just skip these people like Gaethje. Islam and Doris is fighting. Whoever beats that is because that's basically like it's like an unofficial contender match.
Oliveira.
So he's gonna be on. If Conor happens to come back, he's skipping Oliveira. Let's be honest.
It's gonna be Oliveira.
Whether he deserves it or not, it's just the nature of the game. He's gonna skip a lot of people because he's Conor. So and Dustin's another one. This is his second attempt for the championship. How much chance do you get at the championship?
I think there's more pressure on Oliveira. And the reason why I say it's more pressure on Oliveira is because I think Poirier, with his resume, he can get back. I think his resume will give people pause to say, like, he won't have to win a lot of fights. He beat the whole division. He beat name them. The only people he didn't fight is really maybe Dariush and Chandler. He beat everybody else in that division. Think about it. He has a win over Gaethje. He has wins. Dan Hooker's he has wins, like quality wins. And like you mentioned earlier, I think Oliveira's wins are as far as the level of opponent, it's solid, but it's not. I think Gaethje's resume is almost legendary. Not Gaethje, excuse me. Poirier's resume in that division is almost legendary. So I think he never even fought Khabib.
Well, I do believe that. I do believe if Oliveira loses, sorry to cut you off. I do believe if Oliveira loses, people were all going to say, "See, I told you so. Exactly. I told you he wasn't fit for this."
Exactly.
They would say, but if Poirier Dustin loses, though,
who? It would just be verifying that Oliveira's
how many guys in the UFC get a third chance at the belt though? The only one I can think of is Max Holloway because he's gonna fight. He's a special case. But look what Max Holloway has to go through to get that third.
He beat Aloe.
But let's stick with the Holloway. Let's stick with Holloway though. Let's stick with Holloway real quick. He fought Volkanovski twice.
Okay.
Right? 2 very close fights. Mm-hmm. And remember, everything I'm saying right now is in the context of this. He's a very unique situation. Mm-hmm. In those 2 fights, it was debate. Well, to me too. It was debatable whether he won or lost. I wasn't mad at the decisions, mm-hmm. but you understood why it had to go to decisions. Right. It wasn't a clean cut knockout or submission ending for either fights.
Right.
It was straight. It was down to the line, and the judges had to give the answer to what the situation was. Even in him, right? Because we all know that he's about to get that third fight eventually. But even in him, look at what he has to go through to get. Like he basically had to go back to the back of the line and climb his way back up to that third fight.
That's different.
No. What I'm saying is this. In him, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so with him, right, there's more of a push for him to get that third fight because of his 2 losses that some people say that he didn't really lose. But in Dustin's case, he clearly lost to Khabib. And if he loses to Oliveira, his losses are his losses were Max Holloway was more dominant in his losses than Dustin was in his losses, is what I'm trying to say.
There's only one loss. And he lost to the GOAT of the division. Like
but the way he lost. I'm talking about the way that his
opponent lasted longer than anybody else. He went like 4 rounds with Khabib.
But remember, I'm comparing him to. No, you're right, but I'm comparing him to Max Holloway. I'm not comparing him to the rest of his division. I'm trying to compare the 2 cases to say that Max Holloway is such a unique case that you can't even put him in a conversation of how many UFC fighters actually get more than 2 chances at the belt.
But that's a different situation. And I mean, I hear what you're saying, but here's where I disagree with that. I get what you're saying. But the thing is with Max, the reason why Max had to go to the back of the line wasn't because the fight was competitive or anything like that, or because he's Max Holloway or nothing. The reason why he had to go to the back of the line is because he fought the same guy twice. Like nobody went to see that again. Like you people want to see it, but it's like, yo, we're gonna see this. Eventually, he's gonna beat him, and that's not fair to the champion who got the win. Like if you keep putting 2 guys that are high caliber fighters in the ring with each other, eventually the other guy's gonna win, and that's not fair to Volkanovski. Yeah, he needs a chance to fight somebody else. That's the truth. Like it's not fair to him. He won the fight. He needs to be rewarded for that. You want to fight Holloway again and again and again? Nah, that's why that happened. It's not because he was more deserving or he's this special or that. It's like, okay, he beat him twice already. Like you have to acknowledge the fact that he beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the sense of having them? They're gonna fight again? Well, he beat him twice. Like, nah. Now it's time for him as a champion to fight somebody else. Who else is on the list? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like for Poirier, he done cleaned out that division. I mean, the reason why the initial question was, who is this fight? Who's more pressure on is Oliveira. Because at the end of the day, if Oliveira beats Poirier and loses at any time, Poirier is back in the discussion because he done beat everybody else in the division that matters outside of Khabib, who's not even in the division. If Oliveira wins, if Oliveira loses, he doesn't have that. His resume doesn't justify that. So that's why I'm saying between the 2 of them, Poirier has a better chance. To me, Pourier has a better chance of getting back, and he just needs Oliveira to lose.
Going for the belt.
Just needs him to lose
I
one
just
time.
believe. Here's the thing with me. I just believe that division is so packed that because you said it yourself, who he didn't fight Chandler, and even though Chandler is 2-0, I mean it's 1-2.
You don't need to fight Chandler, and if he did fight Chandler, he don't need to fight Chandler. You don't need to. Chandler needs. At this point, he done lost. He probably lost himself out of the top 5 already. Come on, man. I'm just saying, realistically, he probably lost himself out of the top 5 already, and that's not an indictment to Chandler. He's fighting the best in the world, but he's gonna fight everybody in the top 5. I mean, it could happen if they agree to it, but no, Chandler's not one. The people that we're looking at right now is Dariush and Islam. That's the people that Pourier didn't.
So he'll be at least third in line.
And where would Oliveira be? Where would Oliveira be? Further than 3. Right, okay. So the pressure's on Oliveira to defend. He's going to be a one and done. You want a one and done champion? He got the belt. It would seem like a fluke. The pressure's on Oliveira. Justin Gaethje.
All right.
I'm just going to say, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Poirier, of course, you want to become champion, but there are a lot of great UFC fighters that actually haven't become champions. Like, it's hard to win a championship. I think Dustin Poirier's resume, he might be one of these few cases of a fighter who didn't officially win a championship, but might go down as one of the great UFC fighters. His resume,
like Uncle Chael Sonnen.
Nah, Chael Sonnen.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, excuse me, no. Who he ever beat? He's famous over having a close fight with Anderson Silva. That's what it was. You don't even think about it. You're not gonna be able to name who he ever beat. No disrespect to him, but no. All right, so who? Oh, I didn't get. Who do you have? Oh, I never gave a prediction. All right. Is you?
Talking about the pressure. You talking about pressure. You talking about pressure.
Long-term winded questions, man.
Nah. Man, I was hoping that question probably would have helped you come to an answer with the predictions.
I didn't say I didn't say I didn't have an answer. I just said I was.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. As much as I actually want to see Justin win, I'm just going to win. Oh, you there?
Why you want to see Justin to win?
He earned it, bro.
He earned it.
What we say about the resume? Right? I'm not saying that. Well, I'm not. He got in there with Khabib, bro. He did what he could. I would like to see Justin winning, but I got a feeling that maybe Justin has had his Super Bowls already. I get the feeling that maybe he might not be as up for this fight. You know, I think winning the Conor thing was big and it's obvious because he picked. I think to me, him picking that over the title fight says a lot. He done been against the GOAT Khabib. Now you're fighting a guy that has the belt that doesn't have that. He fought the GOAT, the guy that was the legend. Now I don't know if he'll be as up for this fight. So I'll take Oliveira, and not only that, Oliveira is good too. Like he can mix it up. Like it's not because I know I'm saying. I hope I'm not sounding like I'm talking down on Oliveira because I think he's dope. I really do. I just think that Pourier at his best would be able to take him, but I don't think he's going to be as up for this fight. I just got a feeling.
So
I got Oliveira.
Like how you think it's gonna go?
Oliveira submission. He gets him in something tricky. Puts him in a triangle. Like he's a slippery dude, bro. Boy, it's dangerous.
I agree.
I say third round. No, fourth round.
Third round. First round.
Third round.
Third round.
Submission. Yeah. Third round submission.
I agree with you. I agree with you because I don't think Oliveira can outstrike Pourier.
No.
And I think because of that, he's going to take it to the ground and the fight is going to end in submission. Khabib already laid out the blueprint of how to beat Pourier. I mean, I'm not saying Oliveira's a Khabib, but what I'm saying is he was able to look at that and see what Poirier's weakness would be. Because think about all of his wins. All of his wins to Conor was through striking. He outstruck Conor, and Conor's an elite striker.
Now,
so I mean, but
I don't know. I don't know.
Conor, though.
Maybe Dustin was just that good. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it's still Conor though. At the end of the day, like I don't think. Okay, put it this way. I don't think, and I could be wrong because Oliveria's striking has been getting better as his career progressed. But I don't think
dangerous.
Yeah, but it's getting. But I don't think it's And I'm sounding like a Conor fanboy, but I don't think if on a good day, let's say that on a good day, I don't think it's better than Conor. Conor is still an elite striker to me.
We talking about Oliveira.
We're talking about Oliveira. This one I believe that Oliveira's going to win. What I'm trying to say is that his striking is not at Poirier's level. So I'm saying it's going to be taken to the ground because if you look at all the fights that Pourier won, it was through striking.
Right.
So I don't think that Oliveira is going to test that level of striking. I don't think he has that.
Okay.
But what I would say though is at the same time he did go strike with Chandler, but again I don't think Chandler's striking is on the level of Poirier's though. So
the size,
yeah. So I do say that I do believe that Chandler's gonna Oliveira's gonna take Poirier to the ground. But you say fourth round, I'm giving him second round because because you know why? Because that striking, if it goes that deep into the fight, Dustin's winning.
Win that. As the fight goes on, he picks up. He picks up.
Yeah, fourth round, and Oliveira still
third
standing.
Round, I said third round.
You said I heard fourth too, but you said third. But bro,
I said he was at Khabib with the fourth.
Yeah, that's 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes, yo. That's a whole regular bout.
Fight. It's a pick'em fight, bro. I say it, but
it is a pick'em fight. You're right.
I might go to sleep and wake up and say something else, bro. Because Poirier is that. It is
a pick'em fight, but
it's a pick'em fight.
No, I'm
just going on a win.
I feel what you're saying, but that's I'm trying to use my logic here. I don't see if it goes to the third round, fourth rounds, deep waters. Poirier, that means Poirier is picking him apart.
Yeah,
that's what I would predict. Unless, like the way Oliveira beat Chandler, he almost had Chandler by submission in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
His submission game is dangerous. His ground game is dangerous.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason why the fight he beat him to striking he beat Chandler through striking because his style of striking was so technical was that he was able to keep his chin low while he was striking Chandler. But again, I don't think Chandler's striking technique or striking level is at the level of Poirier. So I think Poirier will be able to get through that defense.
So let me
if it goes that deep.
Can I ask you something? Oh, all right. So if Poirier went 4 rounds with Khabib, I mean, and this that's like the takedown, not the submission king, but the take. I mean, he's a dude that could keep you down for rounds. I mean, is it safe to say that maybe Poirier's ground game might be better than you might be giving him credit for?
That's a good question. That is a good.
I mean, there's a difference between takedowns and submissions, but I mean, if he can,
that was going to be my rebuttal. That was going to be my rebuttal because that was going to be my rebuttal because his name Khabib. Khabib cardio is through the roof.
Right.
Through the roof. Khabib would wear you down from round 1 to round 5.
Right.
Every round will go the same exact way with Khabib. Khabib will take you down and keep you down for the whole 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oliveira goes for that kill when he hits you on the ground. He's trying to submit you. He's not trying to wear you out. He's trying to get you out of there. So that's my thing with Oliveira. Oliveira is I feel because whether whether we giving credit to Poirier's ground game or not, at the end of the day, he still got taken to the ground.
Right.
So if Oliver gets him to the ground, he's going for that submission. And I think he's at the level where he could get the submission.
Right.
And once he gets it,
switch it up. Yeah, he nice.
Night. So second round, when I say second round, I'm giving Poirier credit. I'm giving Poirier the benefit of the doubt, because to me, it could go first round through submission. It could go first round. Okay. I just feel if it goes past the second round, like third, fourth, fifth, this is when we're seeing it's going to be dangerous for Oliveira, because Poirier is picking Oliveira apart. That's what I'll be seeing. That's why I believe what would happen if it goes that deep.
It's interesting you say that, because I'm scratching my head trying to think when's the last time Poirier fought somebody like a dangerous submission guy? And I'm like, a lot of these guys are strikers. A lot of them are strikers, bro.
And Oliveira's like he has his submission is the most dangerous. Like
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, his submissions is dangerous. Like, and that's why I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for him holding the title. I think people are underestimating his skill set on some level. But again, you did bring up the resume, argument. So that may be it. But with these fighters, you gotta go by their last fight. And his last fight, he looked good. Yeah, and he went against a dude. He went against a dude who's coming off of him. Even whether you say Dan Hooker was on the slide or not, Chandler was coming with the momentum of a win. So.
Like we say, a win is a win is a win. I'm not saying anything about that. All I'm saying is you can't, at the same time, you can't knock somebody that says, that can point to the resume and point to the fact that these other guys fought.
But this ain't has no heart. He's giving up.
Whoa, that's different. I ain't saying that.
But that's what they've been saying about him. That's what I'm saying. That's what
about. Only one person said that, and that's a future opponent.
Chandler said that. Gaethje said that. Chandler said that after his loss to Gaethje on the Hawaii interview. Because when Hawaii asked him who you think, he said exactly, like, a lot of people been saying, like, and those are the two main people to say it. Gaethje, who's going to be the next guy coming up, and Chandler, who just lost to Oliveira.
Chandler's opinion in the matter don't hold water. He got knocked out.
But even that's what I'm saying. Even he's saying it though. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that the disrespect is crazy. I've never seen a champion be so subtly disrespected. Well, it's a subtle disrespect.
Well, he got to go out there and win.
Yeah, he got to go out there and earn it. But what I'm saying right now is just a subtle disrespect, and I think his skill set is being underestimated. So,
well, that changes Saturday night.
It might change.
It ain't no might. Oh, well, I'm saying if he wins, it changes.
Yeah, I'm saying it might change because we might be talking like, damn, like
because Pourier is the dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's that dude. He brings all of that to the table, until Islam, which is like the next.
But it's not a whole other story.
You know what's so funny about? I ain't gonna go. That's another story. That's another story for another day.
All right,
you want to talk about somebody's heart getting tested? He messed around, beat Poirier, and then. So you know what? Maybe Saturday night is not going to be maybe that won't be the close. Maybe that doesn't close the door on this discussion as far as that.
Man, well, let's see.
Oh man, so you got
that's what prediction. That's it right there. So we both say
you got Oliveira in 2. I got him in 3.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, now, all right. This next fight, I know you're not, but this right here could be, if not knockout of the night, fight of the night. I'm calling it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It can be. I think it can be. If not knockout of the night, it can be.
I heard you said. You said fight of the night.
It could be. Yup.
Against Amanda. Let me tell you something. Ever since, after what I seen, the last time, I'm always happy to see Amanda Nunes fight. I think she's the female GOAT.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
There's no question. She beat everybody.
Yeah. So it's like,
ever.
To me, watching her fight is like watching a Mike Tyson fight during the prime of his boxing event, where like You and your friends organize this whole big event just to see 5 seconds of a boxing fight. Everybody go back home. But you're gonna pay for that 5 seconds though.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Without question.
The last time I was excited, like I always want to see Amanda Nunes, but last time I was excited, like yo, like genuinely, like yo, she about to fight so and so. I can't wait. I want to see what's gonna happen. Like what's gonna happen was when she fought Cyborg. That's the last time. After what I seen her do to Cyborg, I said, nah. Whoever she fights now, I'm gonna watch it, but it's gonna be like me watching.
Over.
You know, you watch them YouTube about the guy throw a mouse in the snake cage, so you can see the snake eat the mouse. Like that's how I feel when I see Amanda Nunes fight now. Ever since that cyborg match, that's the last time I was excited.
That was an eye opener. It was an eye opener.
Man, that was an eye opener because Cyborg's destroying.
Everybody.
She's doing her thing still.
Yeah, still.
You know what I'm saying? So this was it's not like she was Amanda Nunes just made it look easy, but Cyborg is no walk in the park.
She's a beast.
She's a beast. Matter of fact, that's one of my few qualms with the UFC and Dana White. The fact that they kicked her out before. Disrespected the way they kicked her out.
Everything.
The way they kicked everything surrounding that situation was just messed up. But we was robbed of a second. I mean, even though you could argue that she don't really deserve him because she what?
She's been See, all right, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say this. I was gonna say you could argue that she didn't deserve. She don't really deserve a second one because Amanda really dismantled her. But
hold on, let's get one thing straight. Before Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, before me.
Cyborg has been the GOAT, most feared for like literally 10 years prior to even fighting Amanda Nunes. Anybody that gets a
Kev.
Nah, she's
I agree with you. Let me put this out there. I agree with you. I think she deserved it. I do think she deserved it.
Man.
But
she got
what
watched,
I'm saying is that
no.
I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is you could argue that she'll have to work her way back up to that rematch. This is what I'm saying. Because of how she lost it. Because of how she lost. You could argue that because of how she lost. You're only as good as your last fight. It's a cruel game, but that's what it is. You're only good as the last fight. And if you was dismantled that way so easy, if she really looked that easy, then why get a second? That was
what? I'm not going to get into this with you because this is going back into our argument in regards to champion getting rematch. We're not going to do that.
No, that's a whole different conversation.
We ain't going to go there.
No, but why you disagree with me? See, you think she deserves? You think that she stayed at the UFC, she should have got an immediate rematch?
If she asked for it at the time, you got to remember who we talking about, a featherweight championship. I mean, I put it to you like this: I wouldn't have mind seeing an immediate rematch.
I wouldn't. I agree with you. I wouldn't mind.
You saying your argument is that the argument could be made that not necessarily. Fair,
exactly.
Fair. There's other people there, but I think
they don't. And the matchmakers could have argued that she don't deserve the rematch.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, I don't think there's anybody else that has the name of Cyborg. This is not just a regular champion that had lost.
No, you're absolutely right, yo.
I mean, there's nobody else that has that cachet, bro. I mean,
yo,
talking about her
everything you're saying,
Holly Holm, like how she smoked Holly Holm, and Holly Holm was nice, like she's like.
And Amanda Nunes smoked her, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you get smoked, no matter what your name is, you deserve an immediate rematch. You got smoked.
But it does matter who this person is. This person was the GOAT prior to Amanda Nunes, the most feared, all of that. That's like Tyson and Holyfield fighting, and Tyson losing to Holyfield, and then they saying we're not giving Tyson a rematch. That's who Cyborg was. let's not scratch that. Nah, Holyfield, go fight on Buster Douglas now. You ain't got to fight Tyson right now. People gonna be like, what?
But again, I agree with you. But again, they know why the UFC manager could have argued that she don't deserve that. And look what they did. They did her dirty. So, but my thing was
that was personal.
That was personal. They wronged us by not allowing that because I would have loved to see that rematch. But back to this,
we all would have. We all would have.
I would still love to see it. Matter of fact,
see what adjustments Cyborg could have made, if any.
I still
because going into that fight, bro, and I don't want to deviate too much.
No.
I'm not trying to say I knew that was gonna happen, but I knew that was gonna be an obstacle that Cyborg was gonna have to deal with. Because I'm like, yo, Amanda Nunes is technically sound. Like, like she's not just throwing bombs; she's technically sound. And sometimes Cyborg is wild. Like, so I was like, it's gonna be interesting to see how that play out. I didn't know that Amanda could hurt her in that way. That I didn't know.
Yeah, that
I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure.
That was the last time I was excited about a man. Like, not excited because most of see a fight, but like lost as to what the outcome might be. Like, what's gonna happen to her? Like could this be the one? That's the last time I had the question of could this be the one?
That's interesting because I don't know. I guess maybe I examined the ladies' side a little more. Mm-hmm. There's some matchups that I like, and this is one of them. There's one more match
you did say this could be a fight of the night. I'm surprised you said it could be a fight.
I think it could be. Night. I think with Juliana's her aggressive style and the way she's not that easy for somebody that's that aggressive. She's not that easy to hit. She's going to be looking to take Amanda down. And I wonder if she gets. See, when you're a power puncher like Amanda Nunes, you need space. Mm-hmm. You kind of need a little space to put on. But if somebody's in your chest, it's hard to get off your power shots. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works. Because Juliana is not scared of her. She's going to shoot in. I think if this fight, bro, hear me when I tell you this.
Okay.
If this fight goes rounds, and it could, Nunez might find herself in some trouble. And mind you, they're fighting at bantamweight. And I fighting at featherweight.
What's your prediction then?
Are we jumping into that?
You slid into it.
Upset special. Juliana Pena by decision. No, not even. I'm sorry. I said decision. Juliana Pena is going to stop her in the late 4th round. On it. Calling it. Late 4th
exclusive.
round.
Fighting was exclusive.
You hearing it, bro?
Kev.
I don't think
sports.
He's going to have an issue hitting this girl. I'm telling you. That's good, and it's gonna be one of those fights where she's gonna be making Nunes do things she doesn't want to. I just don't think she's gonna hit her clean. I think she's gonna catch her in spots, and I think whether or not Juliana could take it, this is not a girl that's ever been knocked out before, bro. This is a different kind of fight. I think she's gonna get her late.
Yo, guys, you heard it.
The last time,
heard it here first.
And I'm gonna draw. You know what I'm saying? This is like, what they call it, 60 degrees of separation, all that. Juliana Pena, what a lot of people don't know, Amanda Nunes' last fight, and this is a fight I want to see too. Her last loss was to Cat Zingano. Cat Zingano went on to fight Ronda Rousey. She got tapped out real quick, like in 14 seconds. Like, it was a wild first round. And on her way back, Nunes from there won a few in a row, got the Miesha Tate fight on the undercard, and that's when she won the belt. UFC 200. On the undercard of that fight, Juliana Pena fought the same Cat Zingano. And I watched that fight thinking, yeah, Cat going about to fight for the belt. Didn't go down like that. Cat is an educated striker. This girl was on Cat. Couldn't get nothing off. Tapped her out, bro. I'm trying to tell you something. you know her other losses too, bro? Cool. She got 2 losses, Pena. One Valentina and one to Durandamy, the chick that just took Amanda Nunes to the 5th round. This is a sneaky good fight, bro. People not seeing this. And remember, they're fighting at bantamweight again. They fighting at 135, not 145. That could play a factor too when this fight. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't think.
Who you think gonna have a harder time cutting the weight? Who you think who's having a harder time cutting the weight?
Well, I can't really speak for Pena because Pena's been fighting at that weight class the whole time.
So that's her natural body. That's her natural fighting weight
class, her whole career.
Okay, that could be a problem.
But what do I know? I got the upset special.
No. This is a fighting words exclusive.
4th round. Stoppage. She gonna wear Amanda down. I think she gonna wear her down.
Y'all heard it here first from Kev from A-Count Sports.
Bro,
fighting words exclusive.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run that back. Now here, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question since you don't believe in champions getting rematches. If Pena beat Nunes, what happens after that?
Mm-hmm.
Should Ronda Rousey win?
I'm sticking. Yeah, I'm sticking.
Next person up.
I'm staying on. It depends on how she loses. If she washes,
bro, it don't matter how she lose. Nunes get that rematch. Stop it.
Get that rematch.
Stop it. Stop trying to stick to your argument. Stop it, bro. Get out of here.
I would be mad she get that rematch. I would be like, I can't like if she get that rematch. I would be mad. I would be mad she get that rematch.
Valentina come up.
This is you brought her up twice because I want to get to this point. So let me just go into my prediction. First of all, that's a crazy prediction. That's an exclusive. So now you got my eyes on that fight more than anything right now.
I feel it. This is not gonna. It's a different style. Her style.
But me personally, bro,
her style is it's.
Yeah, styles do make fights.
Yeah, her style is
so. That could be you could be onto something. But here's my thing. I cannot bet against Nunes. To me, Nunes is like an institution. It's like betting against Usman. It's like betting against Khabib. Like certain people you just don't bet against. You know what I'm saying?
To the highest power. Yeah, she more legendary than both of them.
So, and after, like I said, after what I seen her do the sideboard, like the only, like I said, you brought up Valentina. That is the only other person who, if they ever fight, that's when I get that excitement. Like, yo, what's gonna happen? Type situation.
Mm-hmm.
After that cyborg situation, I promised myself never to bet against that woman. The only one who maybe break my promise would be Valentina, but that'd be a whole kind of different conversation if it do happen. We'll talk. We'll get to that bridge if we cross it. If we have to cross it. In this situation, I give it to Nunes.
All right.
I gotta give it to Nunes. I can't go against her. So I'm gonna flip it. I think she stops Juliana. Yo.
You can't.
You know what? I'm gonna go all in. Bro, I'm gonna go all in. First round stoppage.
That's
first
fair.
round stoppage. Round stoppage. I can't go against her. She's stopping during first round stoppage. That's my take on that.
I tell you what, if she don't do it in the first round, problems. That would mean that she's not landing punches like she's supposed to. Problem.
Gotcha. But I heard you loud and clear, bro. I heard you loud and clear. 8 Count Sports has made the final say. I hear that.
Yo, if I get this wrong,
next
I'm putting myself on blast.
Huh?
I'm like, if I get this wrong, I'm putting myself on blast.
Nah, bro, but this is like a playing poker, like you're all in. You just put all your chips on the table, like put your head and just get up off the table. This is what this is, bro.
So doing this podcast with somebody else next time around.
Like we have to
put his computer in. You
remember Nickelodeon Face? You gonna replace it? Like that's my bad face. 8 Count Sports had to sit down because he's making blasphemous statements the other day. Like both round stoppage. Nah, but I'm now watching that. Yo, yeah. So you said if she doesn't stop her in that first round, and tennis is going up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see. Next fight on this card. Neil versus Santiago. First of all, let's get into something real quick.
Only
huh? What?
I said only of all. Every time I see Neil fighting, bro, I ain't gonna lie. He losing to somebody. I mean, I know he got more wins than losses. And the other I never heard of. I'm like, how they right in the middle of the fight card, and it's like number 13 and number like 15, right? Right.
Yo, first of all, let me just put this out there. Wasn't he? This is what I love about the UFC. Wasn't he just arrested for like a DUI or something like that? Look,
Yeah, it was some.
what I love about
I
is
don't know
this.
specifics. I don't know specifics, but it was. Yeah.
Me neither. I didn't because if it's not really an octagon, it don't really concern me. But what I love about the UFC is that any other sports organization, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball especially, you get a situation like that, you gotta make a formal apology, you gotta sit down for a bit. These just say, yo, is he physically, did he make bail? Yeah. Is he physically able to make the fight? Put him in there. Show what's going on. I love it. I love the purity of the sport.
These are fighters.
I love the purity of the sport.
These are guys that beat people up, assault people like legally. So you talk about their personal life, like
I love it.
If they ain't kill somebody, they fighting, bro.
In that situation, they might have to ask what happened.
Yo, if it ain't got nothing to do with the octagon, they fighting, bro. Yo, Greg Hardy. Yo, Greg Hardy, bro. I mean, the stuff they had him out the NFL for all that extra stuff they were talking about. He did. I don't know whether he did it or not, but it was so bad. UFC, he's like a headline.
Yo, listen. Like, yo, is he good? Is he able to fight?
Can he fight? You got a name even better. You got a name even better.
Uncle Dana says, we'll see what happens.
Bruh. They put him
in jail, we'll see what happens.
Now, if I even want to say, because I don't even know this, but there was a lawsuit with Mark Hunt over the whole Brock Lesnar thing, man. They were saying he was steroided up. When he fought Hunt way back when, his last UFC fight. He beat this dude down bad. He ended up suing UFC.
Did he win the lawsuit?
I hope he did. If they let that dude in the ring, if they let him in the ring steroid up just based on his
no, but that's if he did. Was he steroid up?
He failed the drug test. The question is whether or not they knew about it ahead of time. And I think that's what he was trying to say. I think that's what he was trying to say. Whether or not he proved it, I don't know. But I mean, but if he proved that, man,
whether they knew about it or not, if he was steroided up, the liability still on the UFC because they're supposed to know. Regardless, if they didn't know, they dropped the ball. So the lawsuit is still, if that's the situation, the lawsuit should still be valid. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, facts. Unless they settled out of court, maybe they settled.
Well, they probably did. They probably. I won't be surprised. But back to this. I'm
about to say, what's the next fight on the card? I'm picking the other guy. I'm picking. Straight up. I know he could fight, and it just so happened that whenever I watch him fight, he loses. I know he fought Tony. I think he fought Wonder Boy, and he fought my man with the flat top. I forgot his name. He lost both. I think he lost both those fights, man.
So you know what?
What's his name? Santana, San Diego,
Santiago?
Yeah,
Santana.
Yeah, man, I'm going to Santiago, Santana.
Santiago.
Oh, I got it right.
It was Santiago. You said Santiago. Santiago. But how round?
Decision.
Also, so you think it'll be a war?
This dude is tough.
Okay.
Dude is tough. I ain't see him stop. He been in there with Wonder Boy and get stopped. So, I mean, decision, man.
You know what? I'll give it to the other dude too, only because the mindset that he'll be in the octagon, even though we're not talking about personal stuff because we don't, it doesn't affect the fight, but it could affect the fighter's mindset. Because I'm pretty sure he's going in there, the case is still pending. He has other things. His head is not clear. This is what I'm saying.
DUI
you don't have the clearest head right now.
DUI is serious.
You know? DUI is serious. And whatever he did, remember, he should have been training. What is he doing in DUI? This was just like last week. He should have been training. What is he doing driving drunk? He should be preparing for the fight.
That's a great point.
You get what I'm saying? So,
I even think of
You know what I'm saying? This is not last month. This was like the other day.
Drinking.
What are you doing outside the gym? Huh?
That's a part of his nutrition regimen. Drinking.
And why don't you have a handler who's driving the car for you? Especially this time, especially during this training camp.
Maybe it happened a while ago. And now they pressing charges on it, maybe. I don't know.
That's a stretch, bro. That's a stretch, bro. Yeah, that's a stretch, bro. This happened recently. It was breaking news when it happened. This happened recently. I'm surprised he's on the card. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't think he's 100% focused.
All right, so we going with
because if he wasn't,
Santiago.
Yeah, I'm going Santiago too.
Decision,
but I would give it to him with decision because he's a vet.
Yeah.
So,
all right, we going to the next
vet.
fight. We're going to the next fight. I really didn't want to cover that fight. Okay.
Cody's flyweight debut.
Cody Garbrandt. I like this. It's very rare that you see a guy go down in weight to try to get a title. Obviously the Dillashaw thing, but he's coming down in weight. He's lost quite a few of his last fights. Cody, it seemed like in his last fight against Rob Font, the size was a difference. It wasn't just skill. You could tell the reach on the jab. He made Cody look small in that fight. Okay. So when I heard he went down, I said, that kind of makes sense. Wait, if he can hold, makes sense. If he can hold, keep the weight. And with the power that Cody has, oh man, he would make noise. He has the name. I can imagine him winning one fight and getting in the picture. The guy that he's fighting actually lost to Brandon Moreno. Okay. The current champion in that weight class. So I like it. I mean, if he can carry that weight, I like the move. And, you know, without these bigger guys hitting, because one thing about Cody, he's taking some punishment. The last few fights. There's a few knockouts in there. And
this is probably why he's going on a weight class.
Yeah. So if he can keep his stamina good and everything, and he's not the biggest guy in the world. So I like the move. Hopefully he can do his thing. This might be a good move.
What is your prediction though?
I take Cody by second round knockout.
Second round knockout?
No, not even. I got Cody by decision. This should be a 3-round fight. I think he'll be able to outbox this dude, keep this guy away from him with his power. If the power travels down the weight class, he might be a problem there. So I'll take Cody. He'll be big for this weight class. So I like it. He got the skills. Cody got skills. I think he's been at a size disadvantage for a little while now in bantamweight, as a matter of fact.
So you think bantamweight was never his natural fighting weight? You think he was a stretch?
No, I don't necessarily think that. But he didn't have a size advantage per se. I would say he's probably, and then when you're dealing with Aldo and Rob Font and these guys that are big for the weight class, he can't deal with that. He wants to slug. But he has boxing skills. So I think once he goes down in weight, he'll actually be same size or even bigger than these dudes. And I think with his skills, I think he's gonna turn up. He's gonna turn up. He'll be able to be more patient with these smaller guys, and I like it. If he can keep the weight, I like it.
That's the thing, though. I'm always wary about fighters going down a weight because that weight cut is brutal when you're doing at your own weight. When you're doing at your own like natural weight. So to go down a weight class now, that's like a more strenuous training process now. That to me, I always keep that in mind when fighters decide to move down a weight class. Yeah. I always feel how it's going to affect their performance, like how they're going to feel during fight night when they have to be during the weigh-ins when they have to get to that weight, and how fast they could rehydrate before the actual fight and stuff like that, and how all that affects them. So. Because of that, I'm gonna give it to Kai.
Okay. All right.
But I would give Cody the benefit of the doubt and say it would be a war 3-rounder, but decision Kai. That's what I feel.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
This would be a great opportunity for Cody. We were talking earlier about how hard it is even for great fighters to actually win championships in the UFC. He would be a 2-division champion if he can really elevate in this division. He actually won at bantamweight already.
Okay.
He can really show himself, you know what I mean? I think this would be great for him. He could really solidify himself, a 2-division champion in the UFC.
Yeah.
You know,
that is so hard. That's what I say. It's rare. And that's
he's halfway home. He's halfway home.
He's halfway home and exactly.
And you know,
I
feel bad for him, man. You know, I feel bad for him because it's been downhill since that Dillashaw fight.
Okay.
His first title defense was against Dillashaw. And then we come out and find out that the whole steroids thing, and then it makes you feel like, man, he didn't get it. He got a raw deal. You know, you don't know if Dillashaw took it, but you know that's there.
It's the question.
He got knocked out those fights. You know what I'm saying? It's been a hard time for he's had a hard time recovering. I don't think, and that's messed up. So I hope he really can do this. You know what I'm saying? He's won a belt. If he could 2-division champ, man, he'd be solidified.
Yeah, he'd be solidified. But that's so rare. Like you said, it's hard to do that. And I think the reason why, because that weight cut.
Motivation.
I think that weight cut is motivation, but
motivation.
You know, sometimes if this is your motivation and this is your dehydration, then you know what I'm saying? Like,
but maybe he can make the weight. He doesn't seem like he doesn't strike me as the biggest guy in the world.
You know, here's the thing. The question is not could you make the weight, but not even the question, Cap. The question is not could you make the weight. The question is could you deal with the dehydration of making that weight?
Could 24 hours to hydrate?
Is that enough?
Maybe bantamweight was a big weight class for him.
Maybe it was. But he did win a championship at that weight class. So it obviously was. He obviously was able to perform officially at that weight class. You feel me?
Facts.
So now he's cutting. It's gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test. So we'll see.
I got Kai. I got Cody. All right.
Yes.
And the last fight on the main card,
the unranked champion. That's what he calls himself. Sean O'Malley.
5'11" boy. Tall.
Versus Raulin Pavia.
Yeah. Something like that.
I want. Here's my thing with O'Malley. I want to bring to your attention. What do you think about this? The fact that they say that I don't know if they say that he the fights are cherry picked for him, but they are saying that he's like being accused of he's never fighting any ranked opponents, as if they're trying to say that he's avoiding ranked opponents, which I don't really. And by the way, you're smart. I think you have a lot to say about this shit, but
go ahead.
Take the floor.
No, I want you to take the night. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
No. The question was, what's your opinion on that? What do you think there's any credibility to that accusation?
I don't know if he's cherry picking or not, but here's a general issue I have with certain fighters. The fighters that, and this is in boxing, and this crosses over to MMA too. I think that I have an issue with fighters claiming that they're the best. And I've seen this with Amir Khan in boxing, and I'm seeing this here. Don't tell me you the best when there's a guy in the division that owns a win over you, and you ain't trying to get that fight back. I don't care what you tell me. There's a guy in the division that has a win on you. You should be asking, you should be begging for that rematch. And the fact that he's not doing that is a red flag, bro. I don't care what nobody say. When fighters do that, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. So I'm not on the train. He's skilled, he's talented, he's tough. But there's a dude in the division. Matter of fact, he just beat this dude, got a win. Brandon Vera. He just won on the last two UFC fight cards ago. He beat Frankie Edgar. Like spectacular knockout. Yeah. Making it. He owns a win over Sean O'Malley. We've seen it. I don't care what you say. You see Sean O'Malley asking for that fight? So I mean, if
saying in due time,
you saying I don't want to hear that. If you saying he's not the champion, he's not number 10, and he's right there. Yeah. He should be begging for that. That dude would drop everything and fight Sean O'Malley right now if he asked for that fight. You know that. That dude was in his face. So that's a red flag to me, bro. That'd
be a big fight.
You saying the whole thing about cherry picking, I'll stay quiet on that because I'm like, that's a valid argument. There's a dude that beat you. I don't care how you cut it. And you saying that I'm you gotta go see him. You gotta go see him. I don't want to hear about nothing else. That's it. That's my take on Sean. Now he probably won this fight.
It's an interesting take. It's interesting.
The other dude is like 5'8". It's a height advantage. I never heard of the other guy before. He probably beat this dude too. No problem. There's a guy in the division. Get back to me when they fighting. That's my
all right. Well, to make it, what's your prediction on this fight? You already say he's gonna win, but what's the
It's 3-rounder O'Malley and Sue.
Knockout, submission?
Knockout. I don't think.
I know.
Knockout. That's a special. Dude is talented. Dude is gifted. I want to see him do his thing. I get you.
I get you.
I can understand. You know what it is? I can understand if that happened and you just doing your thing anyway. But the fact that you sitting here telling us how great you are and that happened that's a problem. I like trash talk. I like talking. That's great, but you got to back that up.
They're gonna cross paths again, though.
Maybe not. Because right now, Vera, because here's the thing with Vera, he's taking all the challenges. He seemed like the type of dude that would fight anybody, so he might be the one that bump into the solid dude first and get a loss. And here come O'Malley going right around. I've seen that happen in boxing. I mentioned Amir Khan, like right around. Now Vera's on a 2-3 fight. It don't take much to get on a 3-fight losing streak and you out the UFC. True. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nah.
Ex Kevin Lee.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee was all right.
Yeah, he was good. I think it was a two-fight losing streak before he was ousted.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 3 fights.
Well, he lost to Oliveria. I know that.
He lost to a champ. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Lost to somebody recently too. He lost to somebody.
Yeah, it seemed like that was kind of personal too. It seemed Tyron Woodley-ish.
Well, there was something going on with Lee. I don't remember what it was though. There was something I can't remember.
It just seemed like he got kicked out for something more than just
losses.
Yeah, a loss. It seemed like one of those type situations. Like they know I was waiting for that situation to go down. You know. What you gonna do though? What you gonna do?
You got
they got.
What you got? Oh, well, you said you got their favorites. What you gonna say?
Nah, I got Sean O'Malley as well.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll agree with you. Second, I'll give it second round knockout. I'll give it that. Second round knockout. Okay. You know, because he is talented and
got a size advantage, 5'11" to 5'8". That's
and
that's target practice.
He's very he's very talented. But in regards to the cherry picking situation, my opinion on that is you made a good point because he is going to call himself undefeated, but he's not asking for that W back. It's like he's what's the word I'm looking for? It's self-denial. It's another. I don't want to say delusional, but it's like you're trying to psych yourself up like that never happened.
Yeah,
it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
And the thing is, he might get away with it. The way how the UFC is, he might get away with it because this kid, like Vera,
he's a marketing genius.
Vera is about it. He like the type that fight anybody, and I could just see him running into, you know what I mean, messing around, maybe getting knocked out or something, and scoop, go right around him.
And O'Malley is a troll. He's a big troll, so he probably knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but
he's a marketing genius.
But here's the thing with O'Malley. See, guys like that, they end up eventually. If we've already found one guy, it's going to be we're not even in another one, bro. We're not even in the top 10 yet. We're not even in the top 10, and he's not
deep waters yet.
Yeah, that division is real. Ooh, that division with Peter Yan and Sandhagen and TJ and even your man's Sterling, and that's a stack.
Yeah, I was gonna shout him out too. Yeah, man, I shout my man's out. Yeah.
That division is real, and there's more people coming. Remember, there's a top 10. Them dudes is real too. So I don't know.
Well, there you go, guys. Those are our predictions. We're about to run through them real quick. For the first bout, I said Oliveria submission second round. Kevin, I believe you said
Oliveira, third round submission.
Submission.
Dustin Pourier. I definitely could be wrong about this one. That's a pick'em fight.
Big announcement from Kev from 8 Count Sports. Big fighting words specialty.
Juliana Pena, 4th round stoppage over the GOAT.
Oh man, over the GOAT. That's a shocker to me. That prediction don't make me want to see that fight. Now I'm excited about the fight. You made me say, "Come here, thank you, Kev. You made me want to see that
my
fight."
Phone off for that on go down.
I'm gonna drive to you. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna do it. Get out the crib, bro. Put your This the dude who said.
I got a feeling, bro.
We gotta edit this part. That part. Let people know. And I said I can't bet against a sure thing. I said Amanda Nunes first round. All right. Knockout. Third bout, Neil versus Santiago. I gave it to we both gave it to Santiago. Yeah, we both gave it to Santiago. 2 different reasons. Like you just said like, yo.
Man, my reason wasn't really. I was like, every time I watch this,
fight, just history. Just go about history. Yeah. And I just feel like his mind state isn't where it's supposed to be to get into this fight.
Yeah, facts.
The lead up to the situation.
Yeah, and the point you brought up about having that charge in the first place when you're supposed to be training is interesting.
Yeah, like like
unless they're being very technical about it. Like with blood alcohol, maybe. It's
bro. Why are you drinking in a car, bro? When you, first of all, this is my thing. You're training, right? Where you driving to? What time was this? Is night? Like, what time was you picked up for this DUI? Why was it even any kind? Even if you had 2 beers, why are you having 2 beers during training? This is training camp, bro.
Maybe it was a faulty reading. Maybe that's why he out on bail right now. Maybe it was a faulty reading.
Man, he's out on bail because of you. Dana White made some calls, say, yo, listen, man, this fight must be this happened in Vegas, I believe.
Bro, let me tell you about Dana White, bro. How well you know golf?
How well I know golf?
Yeah, how well you know. He ranked number 14, number 15, right?
What?
He ranked like number 14, number 15, right? His ranking. Golf. Neil.
Oh, okay, go. Yeah.
Right. So
he is third on the card though.
Bruh. Hear me when I say this. You don't think they just could have put a replacement fight in there? Come on, man. He got out. UFC and he got out. So which leads me to think maybe there's more to the story. Maybe there's more to the story.
Is there? Like,
I don't know. DUI is serious. They let you out for that?
Yeah, like unless you kill someone. If you didn't kill, he killed someone. He just got pulled for DUI. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't kill anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is over the Thanksgiving holiday. The Thanksgiving holiday was about a month ago.
You might have had a little bit of drinks Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Thanksgiving's about, but again, that's not even a month ago.
One day, just Thanksgiving, one day, little drink here and then I'm back.
No, here's the thing. I'm not disagreeing with you, but do you think Santiago was having dinner with his family? I don't think. This is what I believe. It's like, because at the end of the day, the fight is about who wants it more, right?
Right.
So, if you decide to take a break from your training camp to have dinner and beer,
yo, maybe,
and that other dude is not, who you think got it?
I don't know. Maybe golf. Hold on. Maybe golf thinks it's gonna be a breeze. You ever heard of the other dude before? No. Maybe he think he got it in the bag.
Even more of my cases why I think he might lose, because that underestimation that's dangerous. You want to underestimate some dude? That's how John Jones almost lost to Gaston the first time. He said he didn't train for that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I need some.
That's
cool dude. What's his
Gaslam.
Yeah. Guston. Alexander Gufferson.
Oh, Gufferson. Yeah. Or that's how Tyson lost to
Buster Douglas.
Yeah, but he didn't. All of these greats who was on top of their game, and in golf is not a John Jones or a Tyson. You know what I'm saying? These
right
greats who fail. How what's the saying go? Pride coming before the fall. So you so prideful, you think this dude is a breeze? I keep thinking that. Yeah. So
that's what.
move. You know what I'm saying?
True,
Moving on.
true.
Cody versus Kai.
All right, Cody versus Kai. I picked Cody.
We both said
you said Cody.
Yeah.
You said Kai.
Yeah, I said Kai. I said Kai, but I feel it was gonna be a round. I mean, second round. And you said
Cody decision.
Yeah,
I think that he'll
pull through.
Yeah, I think
you got faith in your boy. That's your boy.
Man. Size advantage. I like Cody.
That weight cut worries me. That's what I'm saying.
Fair.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just
he spent his whole career at one weight and he's coming down. Yeah,
and all of a sudden, that's dangerous.
Valid.
And then to close it off,
Sugar
O'Malley
Sean.
versus
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
O'Malley versus.
So if you got a sugar in front of your name, man, you a GOAT. You a great. That's how it's supposed to go. Sugar Shane, Sugar Ray, Robinson, and Leonard. You guys, man, if you a sugar, you the man.
That's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go.
His career's been promising so far.
Yeah,
for the most part.
We both gave it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
second round knockout, I believe.
Yeah, second round knockout.
Yeah. So guys, there goes our predictions. Don't forget to like, share, click the notification bell so you know when we come up with new content. And leave some comments, send up the likes. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you think is gonna take these bouts. Guys, we'll see you at the post show. UFC 269, so you could talk about, what happened, what went down, who was right, who was wrong. Especially that Nunes Pena prediction. That's a good one. That's a goodie. I like that one.
Man.
I like it. Man. Threw it all out the window. I got you.
Listen, it's her time.
It just might. So guys, there you go. Until next time, this is Fighting Words with Kevin Shells. Peace.
Enjoy the fights.